What's up everybody, welcome back to SB's Auto. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe down below. If you're not, then you know that this is episode 9 of the bus body makeover. So come check it out. So last time we made some repairs to the pillar here. This time we're gonna focus on the inner fender a little bit. On the inside here, that's all solid, so I'm not going to mess with that. Try to cut this area off and see if I can fabricate something to go in there. Some holes through here, but on the underside it is pretty solid. So just a little bit on the outside there, across here, that needs to come out as well with the little lip. I think we can do that with the bead roller, and we're going to give it a shot and see if we can do this kind of stuff or not. Yeah, I'm going to cut that out and see if there's any way that I can manufacture something that's similar to that or not, but at least get it off the vehicle. If I have to order something, then I need it off anyway, but hopefully I can make something. So we gotta do a flare from this point, and then it connects down here. So we're gonna go 3 by 11 and see what that gives us. So I set it up here on the bead roller so that there's kind of a stop here for me. So if I put my piece in, this is 1 inch between the line and the stop here. I'm gonna try to roll it through, follow the contour hopefully, and just see what we get. I don't know, I've never done this before, so once again, something new. So here we go, let's see what happens here. We got pretty nominal pressure here. Alright, well that was not expected. The set screw on here indented my metal, so that's not going to work. I'm just going to put the flanging die, but I'm just going to roll it right on the line here, just to give me a crease mark more than anything, I think. That's not going to work. That's what I need. Alright. Well, now I gotta figure out somewhere to put them. Hey, folks. Heavy. But first, let's use a carpentry measurement. 6 common. I think I'm going to switch to a bigger electrode. They're still warm. Okay, so here's what I came up with. Shrank this side, shrank and stretched and kind of beat on. But I think I've got it pretty close here. If I set it in, we're pretty close. What I'm going to try to do is tack it in a few spots and see if I can get it to form. Where this is underneath, it doesn't really matter if it's nice and pretty and smooth. It just matters that it's there, so when I put the outer skin on, there's something to tack the lip to. So that's kind of the plan. We'll see how it works, but if I beat it in as I go, I think I can get it to fit in there pretty decently. Well, here it is in. It's not beautiful, but it is in, and I think it's going to work. All right, so this is the next area I'm going to attack. So I'm going to cut this pitted area out, probably over to around here, weld that piece in, and then make this one separate. These contoured pieces are kind of a pain, and having that many bends in it just isn't working for me very well. So I'm going to cut out a pretty straight section, probably right around here. And here. I can make this little bend in here and make this section, and then I'm going to try to bend flare here and try to tie it in down here. This has got a pretty good dent down here, so we'll see, but this is where I'm going to start. Okay, I think I'm going to trim it down closer to the size that it needs to be. Okay, so stretch your side, and then what I'm wanting to do is cause this to go that way. So I think in order to do that, I need to stretch this metal along that area. Alright, well you can see it's starting to curve the direction I want it to. You see there, it's starting to curve. The problem is, I cut it too short. It's not going to fill, it doesn't fill the area that I cut out of. So, I'm going to do it again, and not cut it off, try to bend it, and then see what happens. I'm just kind of afraid that, since this is a narrow throat, that I can't get in there very far. I don't know how well I can bend it if it's sticking out longer. I'm going to try it again, not cutting it down yet. I just want to get the shape. So I'm going to stretch this area here and see what happens. Well, it's getting longer, but the problem is it's starting to ripple because I can't get the metal down here stretched. So I'm going to have to cut it, but I'm going to definitely cut it higher than I had before. And a little bit down here. So that is pretty darn close. That's what I'm looking for. it's TIG welded. It's not perfect. A couple holes that I had to fill, and then I forgot that I don't need to go down this. I'm gonna have to make this piece a little bit longer because I'm gonna have to cut this off again. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with that. It's in, and it's a lot cleaner than MIG weld. I'm gonna sand it down and see what it looks like. This like more for practice, really. This will never be seen. It didn't need that kind of attention. I just really am trying to get TIG welding with really thin 20 gauge metal down so that when I get to other panels, I have a much better chance at having successful weld. Alright, so here's how it turned out, finished product. Lost some video there, so the bottom part, that was quite a challenge to get that in. And then a little bit of video, you see me cutting out this part because this was too rusted and there's a big hole in that, so I had to make this little guy too. I did use the bead roller to make this little lip here, so that did come in handy there. And I'm sure it'll come in handy down the road, but all the way down. So I think we're set at this point. Well, thanks for watching another episode of SB's Auto. As always, you can follow us on the FaceTubes and on Instagram. And be sure to come back next time. We're going to keep finding some more panels to work on this bus. I'm not sure if we're going to try to put this outer skin on yet or not, or if we're going to keep moving around a little bit. But either way, come back and we'll keep working on her.